What is up, everybody? I'm Guru, and this is another of my reviews of the gear I used on the Appalachian Trail. This is the Therm-a-Rest XTherm MAX. It is actually the biggest lightweight pad that Therm-a-Rest makes. It is 1 pound 7 ounces. It was at one point the heaviest thing I had in my pack. If you guys remember, if you watched my videos going along the trail, I ended up sending my tent home and I was shelter hopping most of the trail. And this thing ended up being the heaviest piece of gear in my pack for most of the trail. That being said, I really liked having this in my pack. It's really important to get a good night's sleep, and this thing is just massive. It's like having a twin-size bed out in the middle of the woods. It is 77 inches long by 25 inches wide and 2.5 inches thick, so this thing is huge, and as you can see, it packs up to the size of a small tent, but I think it was totally worth it to have. And if you're going to use a pad this big, it's nice to have a pump sack for it, which there's a little hole in the bottom of this pump sack. This actually came with the pad, and you just put it in, get air into it, and then just push air into the pad, which I will demonstrate shortly, because when you get to the end of the day, blowing up a pad this big is not very fun to have to do. So with that said, I will get right to it and show you what this guy looks like filled up. So, hopefully I just fast forwarded that for you. As you can see, this pad is huge. The pump sack actually also works as a dry sack. It is pretty waterproof, other than a little hole at the bottom. I kept some of my extra clothing in here just to keep it dry. It also acts, you can semi-roll the pad up, put a little bit of air in it, and you can actually turn this into a seat at the, I'll put that down for a second. So the pad fills it up and it turns into a little seat you can use as a camp chair. That's with the pad in it, but yeah. This pad, I never had a problem with any punctures the whole way through the trail. I used it every single night on the trail and didn't have a single pinhole or any type of puncture. I never lost air. When it does get cold at night, pads tend to lose a little bit of air because just the temperature difference between what's in the pad it's a temperature and pressure difference. So the pad deflates a little bit at night when it's cold outside, but I rarely had to actually put air in it. The XTherm is actually one of the, it's a cold weather pad, has a pretty high R value, I think around 6 or 7. So between that and my 20-degree down bag, I was sleeping toasty almost every single night. I never had a problem with being cold on the trail. I know other people with 20-degree bags had a few cold nights, but it wasn't, it was never in the danger zone of being too cold. And I think with this pad and the 20-degree bag and the fact that I sleep warm anyway, I never really had a problem with being cold. Yeah, I think that's just about it for this. Awesome pad by Therm-a-Rest. This is the XTherm MAX long, I think. Yeah, it is absolutely huge. Like sleeping on a twin-size bed in the middle of the woods. I loved this. Having a good night's sleep is a great thing to have on trail, because when you're hiking anywhere from 10 to 30 miles a day, that's a lot of hiking doing it back to back to back, and it's just nice to have a good night's sleep. And this thing totally did it for me. If you don't mind leaving a like or subscribe down below, that would help me a ton. And I hope everybody is doing well back home, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye guys.